Yeah, so playing Persona 3, I I like to fight the enemies and yeah, as much. I fight the enemies. Well, the shadows from Tartarus. You have a high school life. Um but yeah. So you meet Yukari Takeba. She's like popular and charismatic, but yeah. And you meet Junpei Iori. He likes to play baseball. So yeah, like the game tells you how to like do tarot cards or how to do fortunes, and yeah, fortunes. Hmm, forgot how the second boss went down. But let's say what I remember is when they went to. Oh, the first boss was like that train. Like I kept losing because like you were timed on like the train tracks. It's a long way down. So you get these train tracks. And yeah, I gotta be careful here. Kind of steep. Not looking where you're going. Ah. Yeah, so the train tracks. The monorail high speed train thing. And we get into it, and then like a shadow takes possession of it and like goes on a high speed because they have to defeat the shadow so they could. I don't know what was their plan, so they could stop the dark hour. Oh yeah, and there's like this apathy syndrome that makes people like unresponsive. And, yeah, so it's all over the news. I mean, something like that gets worse over the months. Like, I think like the pandemic or the CDC would do something with it. Yeah. So my gameplay, it's like I didn't have the. There's some birds. I didn't have the original persona that you get from the start. But yeah. The fusion was confusing uh, at first, but I got the hang of it like very late in the game. Well, I got like an 80% compodium completion rate, so that's pretty decent with a 300 hour of gameplay on the most difficult on Merciless. So yeah, like something like that on Merciless. And so I defeated the boss like uh yeah, like it kept losing because the time kept running out, and yeah, that's what I did. pretty much. But I kept trying. I like how it allows you to retry. Yeah. So forgot, like, I used, like, if I had the dodge ice skill, I would have been good. But I still managed to beat it. Took me like 3 tries. I know, like, the bosses represents, like, the Arcana. Like, there's Hierophant, or it starts as Fool, then Magic, I think. Then, there's one that says Hierophant. I know I skipped one. I'm not going in order. There's Lover. There's Tower. Goes up to like 13, and 13 is Death. But yeah. There was one, the hotel scene. That one was annoying. I think that was Lover and Hierophant. And the shadow used hypnosis, and there was like a shower scene. But like, yeah. Yeah, Yukari told not to discuss this, and I actually, like, in the dungeon level, I actually went back and, like, she got mad. So yeah, I think it affected, like, the way your battle plays out. Yeah. I should have known that you should have the the charming resistance pendant, but I didn't. So I had to revive them, where I did, but sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah. So, like, as much as I fuse personas, like, their resistance kind of carries the battle. Like, there was one time yeah, like, the side bosses for the floor, like, it made it more easier. Yeah, just being in nature right now. So yeah. Yeah, so, like, the resistance, and it could benefit, or yeah, really great. So after that, what I remember, you see people that there are people that want to keep things going, because I'm not sure why, it's like what they want, people, but they're known as Strega, and yeah, they are also persona users, and they're really essentially occultic people, and they carry out like, let's say they get revenge on bullies with any means to take them out, and it gains them popularity. So they set up a website to get more followers that way. Feels like Skyrim. Yeah, so that's Strega. Like, the person in the middle with long gray hair and tattoos all over his body, his name is Takaya, I think. And his friend Jin, who, like, really worships him. And we got uh Chidori. Chidori's a girl, and that's like Junpei's love interest. Yeah, so like before all this, they were fighting the shadows or unveiling the Tartarus, led by what's his name? Shinji Shoji, I think. Itsutsuki. Yeah. So Itsutsuki, and yeah, he has like puns and stuff. He'll say like eat your veggies peas or something. Or yeah. What is my favorite persona? I really liked Rashashka. That persona was pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, so Rashashka's pretty good. There's a strength persona, and the strength persona has good strength and endurance. Endurance is like defense, strength, uh, magic. Yeah. Agility and luck. Those are the stats. Yeah. What I found out like at when I was like around level 32, that if you have a persona that has the same arcana as your social link, and if you have two in your party, it levels up that whole party. Like, say you have two in your arsenal. With every 10 levels, you get like another slot to have one. I think like you could get up to 10. I'm not sure. So like, yeah, that's how you level up fast. And you get the skill. Like, yeah. And you have, here's another tip, that if you register the persona that you're leveling up, and it will have like this heart thingy, like that's how you get an item you use for crafting or synchronizing. It's like in other role JRPGs they have that. But yeah. What's one of my favorite bosses? I remember the tank boss when you find Aegis. She's an artificial intelligence that combats shadows. Yeah. I used her in the tank battle. And so Stray gets a trap. There's so much lore. Like there was a military base or an abandoned one. But yeah, there could be a lot of theories for why that is. Why is it like that? So, yeah, I used the Orgia mode and finished it off with Arrow Rain, or Madrid Arrow, like it rains down. Funny enough, I had that skill throughout the whole game for her for some reason. I think it's like just really good, because when it crits, also had like the Ashashka Fist It's like one of the best physical attacks in the game. I'm just gonna call that physical. There's slash damage, piercing damage, and there's a symbol of a fist. And then there's fire, ice, wind, dark, and light. So yeah. There's not much personas that could repel ice, if I'm not mistaken, or wind. I think wind is more rare. But yeah, you get Jack Frost early in the game. I think that's a good persona for the start, Jack Frost. And you get Jack-o'-lantern with his magician. Yeah. And for some reason, I think magician was like really good. Like for some reason I neglected it after I got Shisa, I think her name was. Like, yeah. And I just neglected that. What was my favorite go-to one? I forgot, but I tried to focus on getting the special fusion where you could fuse 4 personas, but I got my first one that I successfully got was a Dark Rider. Like, it talks about like there's some lore and it quotes the Bible and other Greek mythology, Norse mythology. Yeah, so I think it was like Black Rider, and it was like a horse. And there's some like conspiracy theories like Illuminati or about that. Like, yeah, about like 4 horsemen or something. Like recently, like in the Olympic, the French Olympic, Paris Olympic, yeah, 2024. Yeah, like there was horse riders or something. But yeah, so back on topic. Yeah. What was I gonna say? So yeah, so I got that. It was good for. I had the skill that repels fear or no fear, because at the 3rd block of Tartarus. The first block is pretty easy. There are 6 blocks in Tartarus. I know it's really long, and each floor has like there's like 50 floors for each block. And sometimes you would go try to memorize what persona that could spawn, so you could just keep when it spawns you could level up that persona you want to. So that's what I was doing most of the time. And using the confuse spell, what was it called? Tar something, I don't know, but it confuses them and they drop items. So that's how you farm items. So yeah, getting a critical rate, like it's so satisfying to like having skills that like buffs your strength and makes it easier for critical hits. But yeah, so like I think a smart thing was to concentrate on getting a critical hit instead of finding the weakness. But once you get Fuka, Ishii, I forgot her last name. Yeah. Yamagishi. Yeah, her last name is Yamagishi. She's like the support for the team. But yeah. You get Sanada, who at the start was injured. Sanada is a boxer. Akihiko Sanada. And he was the original three, aside from Mitsuru and what was his name? Shenjiro Aragaki. Yeah. Aragaki and Sonata have similar personas, but yeah. Similar personas. What does this trail lead? Yeah, so yeah, that there's definitely some character development going on and stuff on that story again. Out the three, like he left. I'm not sure why he left. Maybe he got someone killed, and he like regrets it. Maybe I think that's what happened. And you come across Amada, Ken Amada. It's like an elementary schooler. So, living in the dorm with them, and you come across Konomaru, a dog that could use persona. All that. So, yeah. I could use persona. I'm gonna have to walk all the way back uphill. Ain't it? I should have wore a hat. So, yeah. And Aragaki. There was this one boss that was like in the club. I used Aragaki, Sonata, and I think Yukari. Or actually, I think I used either Junpei. I think I used Junpei instead because electricity doesn't. Yukari is weak to electricity, so my healer is not there. But I had good amount of items that could revive. I kept using the magic repel, so like when it charged up, it killed itself. So that's how I beat the boss. Yeah. You could get a critical hit. It's the only way to like beat it easily, which is I didn't have good amount of skills that could critical hit. Yeah. That could critical hit. And yeah, I could critical hit. You could go on dates in that game, or just plan out who you want to hang out with, so your Arcana gets better. Yeah. It gets better. Afraid to be seen. Nothing. Yeah, so to get better, what am I talking about? All right, so what I think of my plan was to date Mitsuru. She's like really always studying. Like she's like the rich girl, whatever. But I started dating this girl named in the game. What was her name? Chihiro Fushimi. Fushimi or something like that. Yeah, that was her name. It's the ocean. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, she's like that introvert and doesn't not good at talking to people type of person. Yeah, that likes manga and yeah, likes to read. You get like this, getting it to level 10, you get like this Power Ranger looking persona. It's just really good because I was able to get the skill where you amplify uh, your physical yeah, attack, like the fist, strike boost. Yeah, it's called striking, not physical. Striking, strike damage, strike amplify, and yeah, it's really good. And at like near the end of the game. So like here's a good quote by Jin that it was actually Takeya's quote. Like he said, don't look to the past and don't look to the future. Only the present is what matters. So what resonates with me with that kind of quote is I think what do I think about it? He has a point. I think the moment, whatever happening is right now, any conflict or every step forward is a chance to change. You're currently changing. With every step you make, with every second you make. That's what I got from the quote. Yeah. The persona that I didn't really or not the persona, the social link was actually Fuka Yamagishi. Like, yeah, that's the lowest. I just didn't have time. Alright, yeah. I leveled up my courage real fast for eating the hamburger contest. Yeah. Oh, Kanamata has a hamster named Hamburger. One of the things. You could look at the camera what goes on the dorm, and the funniest one was when Fuka was like trying on this Tanaka Commodities. It's called Tanaka, where you could buy items every Sunday. Yeah, I actually purchased a lot of items from him every Sunday, except for two. That was like the plant one, and I think there was like one about the garnet or that kind. I think that was a waste of money. So yeah, I just didn't even bother. So there was like two of them I missed, or maybe another. But yeah. But the back on Like she was trying like this massage thing, and she kept tickling, and Mitsuru knocked on the door. So like she thinks like she was bothering her because she was doing something because she kept laughing or yeah. One of the last videos is like they know they're getting spied on, which is weird. Like there's one for every character. Yeah, one I remember. There was one that Amado was practicing his spear, and he like hurt himself when we were gone on a vacation. Like every anime has like their beach episode, and there's one in there, and they like try to talk to girls or something, and they did rock paper scissors. It was Junpei and Sonata, and I choose the nonchalant method or just go with whatever. But the woman they were hitting on was apparently Aegis, the robot. So she ran off because she sensed like she sensed a shadow. Yeah, a shadow. And what else? It was a new moon on that day. Meets Yukari. Yukari finds out what happened to her father, and it was actually tampered video, but like he lost his life like at a young age. I mean, not a young age. She lost her father at a young age. So yeah, she doesn't get along with her mother, and like they have like family issues, so like something like that. But yeah, so it's about like development, the game, and how people move through life, and like what makes them further, like finding purpose and meaning. So yeah, that I got like a souvenir from the vacation. Oh yeah, it was Mitsuru actually owns like the resort over there, or the estate, and he meets her father. Father looks badass, but yeah. The Kuroji group. Yeah. The Fortune boss, the Fortune and another one. So you're fighting two at the last one. I forgot what kind of Arcana card was the last one. But yeah, the Fortune one had like a Wheel of Fortune, and you could get hurt. Keep your health up by 300 to be safe. It only happens like a couple of times, and for some reason, if the battle goes on, it just won't do that anymore. I had the tower persona that's like super good. It reverses wind, but it's like weak to electric. But yeah, I like soloed the battle with it, and I kept switching between ice and one that repels ice, I think. But yeah, you know, two personas that could repel ice and wind is just have that in your arsenal and you would be fine. And I use the wind break, so like it repels wind, so it would just hurt itself. So yeah, that's pretty good. So you meet this new student named Ryoji. Sometimes people come in your life for a reason. I think that's what it teaches you. And then they're gone. And then like moments later, it has like a significant impact. Yeah. For playing the game very long, for 200 hours, like I really wanted to just quit and stop. But I just kept going. Took some pictures. one quote from the new student, his name is Ryoji. He's one of the, I'm just gonna say that, but he asked, why do people try so hard to connect, to build a connection when they're just gonna be gone? Aegis also wants a purpose, even though being artificial intelligence, she knows that nothing is forever. Yeah, nothing is forever. Even you can't save them. But living is what brings life meaning or something, what she says. I know I kind of messed with that statement, but yeah, I know what she means, or yeah, it gets like that. But in school, in class, it talks about history, philosophers, about real people. There was one called The Fourth Way. The Fourth Way. Yeah. I forgot who came up with it, but I had to Google it, and yeah. So the final persona I got was Lucifer. I actually got him from level 99. I got it to level 99 by fighting the Reaper. You get the skill called the Armageddon, which is, yeah, kind of a steal. Kind of wish they stopped doing that in RPGs, where you could just use one skill and then you just end the fight. So I did that, but yeah, on hardest difficulty, like I already killed like 2 of my teammates, like right off the bat. I wasn't ready. And I got the Lucifer sword, which is like, it's a good sword. +7 magic and +7 to all stats or something like that. And its attack base was 425. So yeah. Yeah, it wasn't that hard to level up Lucifer, because you get the Judgment Arcana card, and the fourth part of Tartarus, or I think it was the 5th. Yeah, the 5th part of Tartarus, like the last few levels to get to the 6th, you get Trumper. And I actually, if you have that in your party, you can level up Lucifer, who's also a Judgment Arcana. So yeah, that's how I got it up fast, and yeah, it took me only a day. I spent like a long time on Tartarus, like 2 days worth, because I wanted the Lucifer persona really bad, because I thought it does help out at the final boss and the true ending. The true ending is really something. Like, sometimes the reason why you want to go somewhere is because of the people you meet and you connect with. That's how you get more places. But yeah, find something that makes you go. That's all. I know you can. Alright, just gonna wrap up this video. And yeah, so in a reality where it's different and you lose your memories, but it's about making new ones. Yeah, it's about making new ones. And yeah. Alright, that's all I got for this video. You know, it gets cliche for, you know, like how when you lose someone in the anime, they scream. It's in the game. And yeah, but what can I say? Alright. Thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I'll continue with more in the future. Peace.